this is Editing Alana here. I never made an intro for this book, but essentially you are just following the journey of me reading Unloved by Peyton Corinne, or just watching me read. Okay, I have some thoughts about the first chapter, literally 11 pages. So we meet our main character. She is a very shy girl. She has never had alcohol. She's never had sex. She's in college, and her roommate is the complete opposite of her, right? And they're going out to the club. And I genuinely thought I was reading like a dream. I don't know, everything happened so quickly. And it's not what I expected after hearing that she was like this shy girl. She met Freddie, they made out, and I don't know, I thought that chapter was like a fever dream. That was kind of weird, I don't know. But I'm curious as to what's going to happen next. Yeah, that's not the first chapter I was honestly expecting. Because she did stepping out of her comfort zone extremely well. She took her first shot and then had her first kiss, within the same second. And hung out with this stranger for a little bit of the night. You don't catch me doing that at the club. No. Oh my god, where can I get her, if it's not confidence, where can I get her luck? I mean, he did leave at the end of the night. He did say he was going to come back and he didn't. So that's not great, but she had a good night with him. Can I get a piece of that? Oh, that wasn't even chapter 1. What was that? That wasn't even chapter 1. All right. Oh my god, this book has a playlist. Wait, I totally skipped over this page. Hello. Oh, I know some of these songs. Oh, fuck yeah. Anyway, let's continue reading. Okay, actually chapter 1, my thoughts. So we've time skipped to her senior year, whereas the first chapter was when she was a freshman. And she's still friends with her roommate. They're besties now, which I'm really happy about. She has a boyfriend who is a dickhead and she shouldn't be with. So we're gonna go into chapter 2, which is finally a different perspective. We're getting Freddie's perspective in the book. Let's find out something about this mystery man. Alright, we're on chapter 8. So I like this because it's cute so far. They've just met up for their first tutoring session. She got really drunk last night and doesn't remember much, but they were hanging out last night because he was at the party that she was at. And he was everything feels so different with her. I feel so much lighter. And I understand it because he gets around, but he's a really nice guy. There's been no horror stories or anything, right? And so I understand for the plot that it needs to feel different with her, but y'all don't know each other. She was obsessed with him because he was the first guy to kiss her, and it was like that magical night for her, and then he sort of just left, and then he is very popular, and all that. But like, what's so special about it? I don't know, like, what's so special about her? What's so special about him? Like, why does everything feel so different with her? You guys don't know each other yet. But then again, I also get it. Like, I also get how things can feel different with specific people. But anyway, it's good. It's good. But I suppose I don't really have any new thoughts, to be honest. Oh, actually, no, I fucking hate... What's his stupid ass fucking name? Jake? Is it Jake? It's not Jake, it's Tyler. Who the fuck's Jake? Tyler. I despise this man. And I hate that such a smart girl is with someone so fucking ridiculous. Like, what do you mean she thinks that their relationship, if you can even fucking call it that, is good for her? Or is what she deserves? Like, she's so smart, yet she's with this absolute dipshit of a man, except they're sort of not together, but they are together. It's been years. It's been years. You're either together or you're not. Like, and I hate that she thinks that that's what she deserves. Because he's so horrible. I hate him so much. That's probably my strongest feeling, my hatred for Tyler. Okay, I just finished chapter 10. Him and his professor... Carmen Tinley? Professor Tinley? They had a thing? And that's why he didn't want to be in her class and why he was getting all anxious. He fell for her, but she was married because she was like, I'm divorced now. But does she like him like that? Does he still like her like that? I'm so confused. How old is she? I know it's not like high school, so, you know, like, if you're in high school and you're dating your teacher, Pretty Little Liars is the first thing that comes to mind here. That's a crime. But when it gets to like college and university and like you're dating your professor, that's when it's more just like morally wrong because they're your teacher, but it's not like legally wrong. I'm pretty sure. That was a twist. That was a little twist I didn't expect. I was wondering why he really didn't want to have that professor. And I was like, oh, maybe it's like, I don't know, she's secretly his mother. Like, I thought it was going to be something like that. But no, they had a thing. They had a thing. A little romance, if you will. Interesting. Didn't expect that. Let's continue, shall we? Okay, I read a lot yesterday. I only have that much left, but I am liking this book so far. So they're still not together, right? But she's finally left fucking Tyler, even though he still continues to infuriate me. They're finally not, they're officially broken up, which I am so happy about. And, you know, they've had a couple intimate scenes and they do seem really cute together. And parts of this have made me feel really like, aw, for the individual characters, which I really like, because a lot of romances, they don't have their own personalities outside of the relationship, if that makes sense. Like, because the book is so solely about their romantic journey together, you don't really see their individual journeys, but we get to see the individual struggles that they both have. And it made me feel really bad, because with like our main love interest, Freddie / Matt, you know, you see parts of his childhood and it's just heartbreaking. And a lot of romances don't sort of have that individual heartbreaking experience. It's sort of a conjoined heartbreaking experience because like they break up or something. So I do like that about this book. I like that they have their own solid personalities and their own backstory. So it's not purely about their relationship. And I think my favorite character so far is Freddie / Matt, which I'm kind of shocked about. I don't know, my favorite character usually isn't the main love interest. I really like who he is and how he cares about his friends, and like he has this heartbreaking childhood and backstory, and I would say that he's my favorite character so far. I don't know, it's a book that I don't even think I would be too mad if they didn't end up together at the end and they still stayed like really good friends. Like, because at the moment, they're sort of friends with benefits. Like, if I had to define their relationship, they would be friends with benefits. Or friends with benefits in denial. I don't know. But I wouldn't be like heartbroken if they decided to stay friends at the end and not get together. And I don't think that's what's going to happen. Like, I think they're going to get together and they're going to live happily ever after. Like, it's a romance book. But that's kind of how much that they both have their own individual lives, you know? So I would just be happy if they both grew together and learned together and then sort of like agreed to stay friends, you know, because he cares so much for her. It's just really cute. I don't know, I am enjoying this book and I do love a good romance. If you can't tell, they are just so easy to read and they don't need to be super in-depth. Like, I don't pick up a romance book expecting it to like change my life, you know? I don't expect it to be different from all the other romances that I read because it's a romance genre. Like, you pick up the book because you want to read a cutesy romance. You don't pick it up because you want your whole perspective on life to be changed. Like, you pick up a different book for that. I am pretty, I'm pretty easy to please when it comes to romance books. I don't think I've read a single romance book that I was like, that was horrible. I read, I think it was It's Better Than the Movies. And I read that and I thought I was gonna have to put it down and like never finish it because I hated the main character so goddamn much. So much. And I was like, I don't think I can continue reading this because she's insufferable. I hate her. And I don't know if we were supposed to, but I hated her personality. But it did get better as the book went on. So she definitely had some character growth. And I did end up really enjoying the book, but I thought that book was done for. I was like, why is this book so popular? I'm so bad with reading because like I just forget so quickly what happened. Like even me recalling what I read yesterday, I was like, so what even happened? What even happened? Oh no, I was shocked because he, like Freddie got really, really upset because of his dad. And he ended up waking up in the professor's bed. They didn't do anything. And he was like, what the actual fuck am I doing here? Because he had gone to the bar where they always used to meet. And so when he was getting really like fucked up, the bartender called her because that's who he was always there with. But I was shocked because I read it and then I was like, oh yeah. Wait, what? And yeah, that shook me. And I am waiting for him to tell Ro about that romance that happened between him and his professor. Because it has to come out eventually. But we're here and it still hasn't shown itself, so. So this is the page that I started, chapter 50. He's telling her about his relationship with the professor. So, I guess the truth comes out here, but it's funny that I was just talking about it. Carmen, he replies, shame coloring his cheeks. I had a relationship with Dr. Tinley. My stomach drops. Somehow it isn't at all what I was expecting. And yet it's not a surprise, I feel. Literally, me when I found out. I was like, huh? Say what now? But yeah, anyway. They're officially together. And I fucking hate Tyler. Oh my god. Like, it's so... I find people that are mean, right? I can't fathom it. Like I'm not saying I've never been mean in my entire life, because I don't think anyone has ever not been mean at least once in their life. But like, people that are mean and cruel to other people all the time, and people that bully other people all the time, I just can't fathom it. What do you get out of it? Like, Tyler, what are you getting out of this? It's embarrassing and it's pathetic. Like, it's one thing to be cruel throughout the relationship, but you guys are broken up. Like, move on. You begged to be back with her, and at the same time you're telling her how pathetic she is. Like, what do you mean? That doesn't make any fucking sense. Oh my god, I hate him so bad. I'm now on chapter 57. What? Sorry about the atrocious lighting. I think that's a little better. I have a face mask on, so I can't wear my glasses, but we're getting back into this. Oh my god. Okay, I'm done, and I had tears in my eyes, just a little bit. So I was right, obviously they lived happily ever after, and so many romance books do this, which I have like a very mixed feeling about. is when they time skip to like 5 years later and they're like married and they have a kid or something. And this one, when like, what did it say? Yeah, so they did 5 years later. Yeah, it's like, oh, how's my girl? You know, excited to see her dad. And then we sort of get like a time, it's not a time skip because you're going back in the past, but we see a glimpse of after, you know, she just gave birth. And I was sort of just like, oh, why do they always just like get married and have a kid? It is what a lot of people do in life. And I understand why it is the next step in these books and why so many of them do that. But all of that, all of my, of course they had to have a kid, got erased the second I heard that her name was Elsie and they named her after Freddie's, or Matt's mother who passed away. And I just wanted to cry. And Archer, who was sort of like a second father to Matt, because his father sucked. It says, "Hi Elsie," he whispers, "I'm your Uncle Archer." Actually about that, I say, nerves rattling in my voice. I lean a little more towards Ro for strength. I want baby Elsie to know about her namesake, about Mum, and I want her to know how much she loved each other. I clear my throat now, feeling almost sick at the mix of nerves and excitement. You've always been a father to me, and I want her to know you as my dad, as her grandfather. And I just, oh, it's just so cute. And this is what I'm talking about. I'm like, it's not their relationship, it's their own growth and their own journey, and that was just so goddamn cute. But then we get a year after the 5 years later, she's pregnant again, and I was like, that sort of just wasn't necessary. I don't know, like this 1 year later bit was not necessary. They could have left it at the 5 years later. Yeah, besides finding out that Elsie's nickname is like Mermaid, you know, because he's like, "Princess," he says to me, leaning in to kiss my lips before kissing the top of Elsie's head, and my little mermaid. And like, that's cute. But this provides nothing more than just like, I don't know. This last chapter is kind of irrelevant. The one that really got me, where is it? Here. So they're at his hockey game. Cheers erupt from all around as my entire line excitedly slams into me, but I'm looking at them. Archer, arms around my girlfriend in a hug as they jump up and down and scream for me. They're here for me, my family. Is this how it feels for Reese? When his parents show up, for Bennett with Adam Reina in the stands. I can't imagine they're riding this kind of high every game, and God, it is a high. Having the support of people I love, people who love me, cheering me on at the game I love, at the sport I'm fucking incredible at. It's the best game I've had, and I owe it all to the girl I love. And it was just so cute. You know, him being like, my family is all here supporting me, because he's never had that since his mom died. It's just really cute. Like, their romance was cute, and I'm like glad that they got together, but his journey in particular, breaks my heart. So I would recommend this. I actually really enjoyed that. I would probably rate this, I'd probably rate this 4 stars. Part of me wants to rate it 5 stars because I really did like the like main love interest, main character. I really liked Matt. I don't know, I always second guess myself when I want to rate a book 5 stars. I also really love the color. It's a really nice green. It is the next day, so I finished that book yesterday and I quoted it in my quote book, my book journal. I just wanted to go through the quotes that I wrote down for this book. I ended up rating it 4.5 stars. Yeah, because I did really enjoy Freddie as a character. So that's where the 0.5 came from. But we have, I feel my spine loosening like a snake, charmed by the intoxicating energy around me. And I just really liked this sentence. I feel my spine loosening like a snake. Like, oh, okay. The burst of her giggle feels like praise, and I want to bask in it. I liked that. I don't know, that was cute. And she looks mesmerized. Like his beauty and aura are a swinging pocket watch, and she's the hypnotist's willing subject. Again, I just like that sentence. Like, that's not a sentence I've read before. I liked the way they described that. Oh, this one. I love this one. If you were my girlfriend, Rosalie, he says, his voice deep and rough. My full name is like warm honey dripping from his lips. You wouldn't have to do anything to convince me. Just a fucking smile and I'd be a goner, okay? And that was just a really cute moment. And I could just imagine him saying it. I can imagine his voice. For a moment, I wish I wasn't attracted to her, that everything I felt for her was purely friendship, because that would make this far easier. I resonated with that one just a little bit, personally. I'm sure the guys on the team bus think music is thumping through my ears, but it's the voice of my favorite girl in the world. And this was cute on so many different levels. Like, even as Rosalie as a tutor, for her to make such good accommodations for someone who has dyslexia and to, you know, record herself saying things so he doesn't have to read them, like, that in itself is just a really wholesome thing to happen. Like, and yeah. And then it was just cute because, well, it's a romance. But Freddie is more protective of every other person in the world than he will ever be of himself. That was cute. That was like a little gut-wrenching, but cute. Shame rolls through my gut like lava. Again, that's just a sentence I haven't read before and I liked it. Oh my god, this broke my goddamn fucking heart. So this is Matt saying, my mum would be so disappointed in me. That, I love her. I do. And it's more than that. I admire her. Every piece that makes her my Rosalie. Cute? Stop it. Oh my god. When will this love find me? Oh my god. Joy bubbles under my skin like champagne. Again, that's just a really nice sentence. I really like that. So that officially brings us to the end of this reading vlog. I don't know why I decided to do this reading vlog, but here we are. I really enjoyed it. Bye.